Three teams have a shot at the number 7 seed in the NFC: Seahawks, Lions, and Packers. Very simple. Packers win on Sunday night, they get the spot. The Lions get it if the Seahawks lose to the Rams earlier in the day and the Lions beat the Packers. The Seahawks get it if they beat the Rams and the Lions upset the Packers. As I mentioned earlier, some Seahawks fans are upset by the fact that the Lions will know that they're done if the Seahawks win, and that game obviously will begin after the Seahawks have defeated the Rams. But, Chris, we were talking about this during the break, and I believe it strongly. The Lions get the last game of the regular season. That's a big deal. Prime time, the last week of the regular season. This game was picked. This is a big deal. This is a big spot. And we've seen teams that are done go out and beat playoff teams, winning in teams. They get to derail Aaron Rodgers in his own building. They get to send him home. This is the ultimate bright line spoiler game. You beat the Packers, they're not going to the playoffs. Let's go beat the Packers.
Right, exactly right. I mean, that's the way I feel. I understand, the thought of the Seattle Seahawks fans. I get it. I do. But gosh, how many times have we seen, like you're talking about, last game of the year, team that's got everything to play for, team that's got nothing to play for, wins the football game. I mean, last year, of course, the Jaguars and the Colts, great example. 2019, right? Tom Brady and the Patriots are the number 2 seed. They lose to the Miami Dolphins. The Chiefs get to be the 2 seed, right? The Dolphins weren't going anywhere. And if I remember correctly, right, wasn't, the year where Pittsburgh almost could have got in 2018. Andy Dalton beat the Ravens, right? I think I got that right. They won a meaningless game. So my point is, whatever. I'm bumbling my point there. But
Andy, hang on. It was 2017.
That's what
Andy
it was.
Dalton beat the Ravens, and it delivered the Bills, and that's when this whole dynamic started of fans of the Bills flooding people's charities with cash. Andy Dalton's foundation was overrun with donations from Bills fans who were very grateful that the Bills had gotten themselves a playoff berth,
and they had nothing to play for,
winning a meaningless game against the Baltimore Ravens. So I agree with you. And here's the other thing, too. Let's say these games were played at the same time, okay?
Yeah.
Seahawks, Rams kick off 4:25 p.m. Eastern, as does Lions-Packers. Do you really think that they wouldn't be announcing over the public address system at Lambeau Field that the Seahawks are up 34-10 with 5 minutes left in the first half? Not that that's going to happen, but the way that game could unfold, the Lions could realize during the game that they're not going to make it. Wouldn't you rather they go into the game knowing exactly where they stand and they're not thinking at all about whether all this effort's going to be wasted because, we just heard the score of the Seahawks-Rams game. Coaches told us they weren't going to inform us of the score because they wanted us to focus while the PA announcer at Lambeau Field is shouting it from the top of his lungs as to what the score is, so we know we got no chance to get to the playoffs. So they will know exactly where they are going into the game. They're either playing for a playoff berth or they're playing to keep Aaron Rodgers out of the playoffs. But I have no doubt that of all coaches in the NFL, Dan Campbell is going to be the last one who's going to shrug at a meaningless assignment to try to go into Lambeau Field and keep Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers out of the playoffs.
That's
this is the kind of game that becomes the springboard for next year.
Yeah, exactly right. That's what I was going to say. And you get to knock out the Green Bay Packers, and you get to go above 500 and have that on your resume. And look, we didn't make the playoffs when we were 9-8. All right, so things are going positive, and that is a springboard to the next year. And, Mike, to your point, I do think it would be less of a letdown to know beforehand than to know in the second or third quarter to look up and go, oh, man, the Seahawks are up by 14 or 20. That will take the air out of your competitive balloon there. Where if it happens before the game, you're going to go, but you're going to be able to rev yourself back up. Okay, you will. You're going to have that moment and that time to kind of know, all right? And the other thing I throw into this, Mike, that I know I said to you during the break is there is something to, now there's no pressure on us here too in this kind of game. where, now Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, maybe if the game was, hey, we got to win to get in and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I don't know if I want to call this play in this situation. There's some bad things that can happen. It's a little too risky. I won't do it. To where now they can go, screw it. Let's go for it here. Let's ruin Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Yeah, some bad things are going to happen, maybe. I get it, but let's take the chance. I do think there's that too, to where you just take the pressure off, you let it fly a little bit if you're the Detroit Lions.
I'm smiling here too because of the parallels. I said before the season, the Packers will be better off as a low seed than a high seed, because when they're the high seed, they're playing at home in the playoffs, the pressure's on them, they play it too safe, they play it too careful. That may be how they are Sunday night, right? In order to get that 7th seed and to be the last team in with nothing to lose and a renegade cut-it-loose mentality, they've got to hold serve at home against the Lions, and they may have to hold serve at home against the Lions, who aren't playing for anything. And so that feeling of being the 1 seed and having the Bucs come to town, the 49ers come to town, and they're the ones who have nothing to lose. While the Lions have nothing to lose, the Packers have everything to lose. That could be problematic for the Packers based upon how we've seen them play in the playoffs in recent years. So either way, fascinating game to end the regular season on Sunday night. If, as we expect, Bills-Bengals won't be made up at some point after the fact, Lions-Packers will be the last game. We'll be back for the last segment of PFT Live right after this. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.